Hi, friends. I have a book I want to read you today about our five senses. Now, remember, our senses are see with our eyes, hear with our ears, touch with our hands, smell with our nose, and taste with our tongue. And this book is called See, Hear, Touch, Taste, Smell. So I want you to look at this picture on the front of these girls. What senses do you think they're using? They're in a ball pit. Yes, they can see the balls. What else? They can touch the balls. Very good. They can hear each other laughing and playing. Yes. Do you think they can smell the balls? Maybe they might smell. Plastic can have a smell to it. That's right. Now, one sense they are not using, I hope, is taste. We do not taste the balls because those are not food, right? All right, let's read this story. See, hear, touch, taste, smell. See if I can get that to stay. That's how we find out about the world around us. And see, we have our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and hands. Those are our senses. We see with our eyes. She is looking with her eyes at this bug. And then look, I want to show you this. Do you see this is the eye? And this is a nerve that goes to the brain. Do you want to know why? Everything is connected to the brain. So even our eyes. Here, I'll hold this a little easier. Seeing is how we find out the color, size, shape, and movement of things around us. These are the fall colors I was talking about in my seasons video that I love fall. But you can see all of these wonderful things. We hear with our ears. She's listening to music. And here's a picture of our ear. Do you see that? Now I want to show you. It's kind of hard to hold a big book and do this. In our ear, there's a nerve that goes to our brain. Just like our eye has a nerve that goes to our brain. Hearing is how we find out about the sounds around us. We touch with our fingers and skin. So this kid is touching the water with hands, feet, maybe even the whole body. And up here, see if I can maneuver. This is a picture of our skin. This is our skin right here, and these are our hairs. Do you see my little fuzzy hairs on my arm? Do you see those? Those hairs right there? We have hairs on our skin. And look, down here, there's a nerve, and those nerves go to where? Yes, our brain. The nerves go to our brain because everything is connected. Touching is how we find out how things feel around us. How do you think the water feels? Maybe cool, wet, yeah, maybe smooth, maybe bumpy. We're going to be using our senses to investigate our apples, and we're going to see how our apples feel, how they smell, what they look like. And let's see, we can even hear apples. I'm going to be helping you with that one, and also what they taste like. So now taste, we taste with what? Our tongues, and look, what is he eating? An apple, just like we're going to be doing this week. And so here's a picture of our tongue, and there's all these little dots. Those are called taste buds, and they help us taste different things, like things that are bitter, things that are sour, things that are salty, and things that are sweet. Tasting is how we find out about the foods around us and what kind of foods we like and don't like. And do you know everyone's tongue likes different things and doesn't like different things? Maybe your friend loves broccoli and maybe your other friend doesn't. Okay? Maybe you love chocolate or ice cream, But someone you know doesn't like chocolate or ice cream. Our tongues like different things. We also can smell with our noses, and this friend is smelling what? Flowers. So here's a picture of our nose, and guess what? There is a nerve up there that goes to where? Our brain. Remember, all of our senses are connected to our brain. Our brain helps us with all of our senses. All right. Smelling is how we find out about the odors around us. An odor is a scent. It's something that smells. Maybe it's a good odor like a flower, or maybe it's a smelly odor like your sister or brother's socks. We often see and hear at the same time. So here's some friends, and they're listening to a story and they're looking at the story. Or maybe you see and hear a fire truck. Or maybe you're like these friends and you see and hear a show. That's kind of like a movie too. If you go to the movie, you see and hear the movie. Sometimes we use more than 2 senses. So I'm going to put this down for a minute and I'm going to show you these friends with milk and cookies, okay? So what senses do you think they're using for the milk and cookies? Yes, they can taste the cookies and milk. What else? They can see the cookies and milk. Yeah. Oh, yes, they can touch the cookies, can't they? Very good. Oh, I heard someone say smell. They can smell the cookies. Yes, they can. Very good, and they can taste them. I don't remember if we talked about that. They can use pretty much all of their senses because they can even hear the cookie. Have you ever bit into a cookie and you can hear the crunch? Or maybe you can hear slurping of milk? Then we have some friends washing a dog down here. I'll put this up a little closer since it's a small picture. What senses do you think are happening in this picture? Yeah, they can feel the water coming off the dog. They can see the dog. Maybe they can smell the dog. Oh, yes. They can touch the dog. That's feel. Very good. So we have feel, smell, see. What about hear? Do you think they can hear the dog? Yeah. Now, what sense would they not use with the dog? Taste. We do not taste the dog, right? Because that's not food. We only taste food. Well, here's some friends who are playing some instruments that are made out of cans and metal and pots. So they can see them, they can touch them, they can hear the noise they make. Okay? They might even be able to smell them. Sometimes metal can have a smell to it, but they're not going to taste them because that's not food. So we're not going to use all of our senses. And last page. Sorry, this book is really big. And sometimes we use all 5 senses. Like here are some friends eating at a picnic. What senses are they using? Yes, they see each other. They see the trees. They're eating food, so they're tasting, right? I see some grapes there. They're tasting the grapes. What about here? Do you think they can hear anything? Yeah, they can hear each other talking. Maybe they can hear the wind blowing through the trees. Oh, and they're touching their food. They're touching the blanket. Oh, and smell. They can smell their food. Maybe they can smell the trees. Trees have a really awesome smell. Some people like that smell. All right, thank you for doing that book with me. We're going to get ready to do an apple investigation and use our 5 senses to explore our apples. I hope you have fun doing this with me. I will see you soon. Bye, friends.